Yo, what is up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. I've got some of my own battles for you today. I've been featuring a lot of others' battles in recent videos, so here are some of my own. In the Open Great League, running a triple normal team of Pidgeot, Lickitung, and Obstagoon. And this is also to show you don't necessarily need the best IV Pokemon to be successful. Sometimes I run Pokemon with great IVs, like my Lickitung's pretty high rank for Lickitung, but my other two are pretty average at best, kind of like egg or raid IV Pokemon. So yeah, I've been experimenting with it lately and definitely use great IV Pokemon if you can. It's going to help you win some games here and there, but it really is, that's what it is. It's some games here and there because it's going to be just certain matchups that are better that you might be able to flip in certain scenarios. But this team, kind of the strategy is to try and catch the fighter in the lead. If you can't do that, you lure it out with the Lickitung, and then Obstagoon roams free and back. So we see a pretty meta team with Medicham and Pelipper here. Lickitung just outbulks Pelipper pretty significantly, so you can tank 2 Weather Balls easily. I'm willing to call that he's not going to Hurricane here, and it looks like I could even take a third Weather Ball here if need be. Body Slam coming through. The game a little bit laggy. Another Weather Ball coming through. I'm willing to let this go because I feel like just based off of judgment, I was going to be able to live that and lick down first. And he sees our Obstagoon in back against the Trev, and he top lefts. There's just really nowhere for Trevenant to go against this team. So I think that makes sense that he top lefts because, yeah, there's really nowhere for Trev to go. Gets hard walled by all 3 Pokemon. So a tough lead here against Skarmory, but Lickitung is such a good safe swap and it's so bulky. It can hold its own against Skarm. So he swapped it in and we're met by a Scrafty. So this is a pretty hard counter. So we're in a pretty tough spot here, but on the bright side, we did lure out the Scrafty so our Obstagoon can avoid it. So we're just hopeful that Obstagoon could potentially sweep in back. But Scrafty, definitely not the fighter that Lickitung wants to see if it's a Medicham. Lickitung can deal neutral damage with the Licks, so it can actually make that matchup really close or even flip it sometimes. I was off of my counting here. I thought this was only a pup. Had I known this could have been a foul play, I probably would have shielded that because now I have to take only 2 counters, but a lot of damage. And there is a Trevenant in back, so could this be possible? It's just going to be too much because Trevenant can at least chip away with Seed Bombs here. And although a Seed Bomb isn't going to KO, I believe if I was to let a Seed Bomb hit me, I just end up getting Air Slash down. So this is kind of a smart play by the opponent to just basically come in with Trev. I do get the boost, which is like, oh man, do we have a chance? But remember, the Skarmory has a tiny bit of energy already, and I figured a Sky Attack probably does more than a Seed Bomb. I could be wrong. I just kind of think of Sky Attack as like a harder hitting move than Seed Bomb. And Skarmory's able to Air Slash us down. So we got kind of hard countered there. If I had shielded one of the foul plays from... If I shielded one of the foul plays from the Scrafty on the Pidgeot, I think we might have had a chance to win. So I think that game, believe it or not, was actually winnable. We see a G-Fisk lead here, which is one of the worst leads you can see with this team. Because we're swapping in, we're forced to swap in a bad matchup, right? Like, Pidgeot is already a terrible matchup, and we're swapping in, like, a not very good matchup, but it's less bad than Pidgeot. I'm willing to shield this first one, just to put some pressure on our opponent, because we know we can live one Earthquake, but it's unlikely they're going to bait Lickitung being such a bulky Pokemon. So we take the second Earthquake. Mudshot sneaks through. That's poor timing by me. We're going to see the Power Whip get shielded. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm willing to let my Lickitung go if he's going to expend an Earthquake. The switch clock is already up, so it's not like I'm going to get switch locked. We come in with our Obstagoon. G-Fisk is going to get off a Rock Slide, but that's all right. We're willing to take a Rock Slide. What's going to come in? Let's see. Waiting. Opponent's thinking. It's a Trevenant. How about that? A Trevenant comes in. I'm like, what the heck could be in back if Trevenant comes in? He takes the Night Slash. I tried to catch unsuccessfully. And an Azu comes in. I'm like, all right, this is possible. I'm going to Feather Dance immediately. Not because I think I'm going to get a shield, but because this way I can live the Ice Beam. And I can keep doing gust damage. So, oh, and they don't even have Ice Beam. They have Play Rough. I am going to get outpaced to the second Play Rough, but I think I have to shield this because the Azu is just too healthy for Obstagoon to deal with. I go for the Brave Bird here because a Feather Dance wouldn't KO and he would still get to the move. He does shield. I get off another Feather Dance to put this this Azu extremely low. In comes the Trev. The Trev is forced to Seed Bomb us here, which will KO. And now I just have to double up on Night Slash, right? Because the Azu has a move banked. It has a Play Rough banked. And I know my Obstagoon will win CMP over the Azumarill. So I just have to make sure I double up here. There's no reason to throw before I double up. Have to play out your win con. And then we win CMP against the Azumarill. And we take the dub. There we go. Nice little win. That was the G-Fisk lead, right? So on paper, our team was kind of hard countered, you could say. But they didn't really have a great answer to the Lickitung safe swap, which allowed for us to get out of that bad lead scenario. And we're going to go straight into some more battles here. Skip ahead a bit. Cut Tiger Shark. I recognize the name. I could be totally off, but I think this player is from Asia. In comes Ninetales. I'm like, okay, this is a little sketchy because if this thing overheats me, it can probably take back Switch, and I cannot afford to lose Switch. And I'm like, oh crap, okay. I let him get this off first. So now I'm at a real danger of losing Switch advantage. They shield the Body Slam. They realize that they kind of need Switch as well. I get off another Body Slam here. Will our opponent elect to shield? They will. So they double shield. And at this point, I'm like, okay, my Goon is useless anyway against the Machamp. So I am just going to take whatever moves this Ninetales wants to throw at me. Gonna take another Weather Ball. I'm already worried about the potential snipe here from the Machamp. So I'm able to get out of there and bank my move, which is critical. And now I'm just hoping this next Gust KOs so this Machamp doesn't get off another Cross Chop. And actually snuck a Gust, so that helps. And it's a Jump Bluff in back. And yeah, our opponent messed up, to be honest. He should have probably... what should he have done? I don't even know. Maybe keep the energy on the Ninetales and swap the Machamp to lure out Pidgeot. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. Swap out into Machamp to lure out the Pidgeot, and then you have Jump Bluff against Obstagoon and back. I think that was probably the play. But a tricky situation, really, from both sides. And our opponent's team was pretty spicy. I can't imagine that's like their normal team. Probably just trying out some new things. We're walking the walk. Skip ahead. Need. All right, another solid lead. They swap into a Noctowl. I'm like, okay. I'm going to build up some energy first. And I am going to shield this since I haven't been able to debuff the Noctowl yet. And what this is going to allow me to do is double debuff with Feather Dance, and now I'm going to go in with Goon, because I know my Goon is kind of dead weight against the S-Cav anyway. I'm going to commit to fully countering down this Noctowl. And S-Cav is kind of a glassy Pokemon, so like it's not going to appreciate these Night Slashes spamming off against it. We get the full counter down. We're going to get off at least 2 Night Slashes here. If our opponent didn't get these sneaks, we probably could have gotten off 3 Night... Actually, no, there's no way. I take it back. My stand corrected, but we get off 2 Night Slashes. Gonna wait out my full switch clock. And it's a Skarmory. And this is where Feather Dance is just too good, man. Feather Dance is so dangerous for the opponent to deal with. Because, like, this should be a positive matchup for Skarmory, but because it's so debuffed now, Lickitung's just gonna chunk its way through this, and these Sky Attacks are not gonna do very much at all. Another Body Slam incoming through, just a chip. And if you're the opponent, it's like, what the heck do you shield, right? Because, like, you know it's just going to be a Body Slam. But at the same time, you got to shield something. They go for the Brave Bird. I'm just over-farming a little bit, so I have Body Slams to threaten this S-Cav. Get off my next Body Slam. And now my switch clock's up as well, so I can swap my Pidgeot. I know that this S-Cav will not get to 2 moves here, so I'm willing to shield this. It is the Mega Horn. Smart play by the opponent, like playing out a potential win con. Because, like, let's say I don't shield and they Drill Run. Then they just lose anyway. Because my Pidgeot would live the Drill Run, but not the Mega Horn. And we Brave Bird the Skarmory for style points. Pidgeot trying to prove he's the superior flyer. The normal flyer beating the steel flyer. But anyways, a shorter, chill video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below. All comments help us out. Triple normal team. If you want to try it out, feel free. I think it's a fairly strong team. Some obvious weaknesses would be fighters in the back. So you kind of have to lure. You have to swap the Lickitung if you suspect there's a fighter in the back to lure it out. And then Pidgeot farms down. And then the Goon hopefully roams free. But all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.